They said no streaming. They didn't say no filming.
That's it. That's my intro.
Hey, I'm Amanda, you're watching Swell Entertainment, and today I am reviewing TwitchCon from TwitchCon, specifically the Partner Lounge, because I am a Twitch partner. This is way more awkward to do in public, and there's barely anyone even up here. I am surrounded by people who IRL stream for a living, and yet this is weirdly overwhelming. I'm in a corner and below the escalators. I did this because there's no music over here. Like, that's really it. I would totally do this inside the actual lounge space, but they're playing music and I don't want to risk that. So you get in the corner over here. Oh, this is, I don't know if you can see through here. This is the curtains that lead to the convention hall floor. Can't do it outside because the music from the Kappa Cabana, which is the general admission, everyone access 18 and up area, they're playing music and stuff, and so I can't risk that either. So we are here in the corner. The reason with this that I even decided to make a video, because there's not a ton, is that I wanted to advertise my Twitch. Swell Entertainment. Okay, same name, same everything. I stream all the time. Those you don't know, because for some reason no one gets recommended my TwitchCon videos, because the amount of you that message me, it's like, oh my god, I can't wait for your review. There's two up the last 2 years. I've reviewed it as a non-streamer and as a brand new affiliate, and now as a partner. But yes, this is a convention for the platform Twitch for Twitch streamers and their communities, partners, affiliates, new streamers, all of it, starting streamers, VTubers, IRL streamers, random YouTubers that pretend to be Twitch streamers. I'm also running on very little sleep, and my stream schedule is insane. So I've already filmed one other video today, I've streamed today, and I've just been on all weekend. That's the thing about conventions that are also like my industry conventions, is they are very draining, more so than when I'm just going to a convention alone to review it. When I'm here, it's like I'm reviewing something while also having to be Swell Entertainment. It's not even just like meeting you guys and meeting viewers and watchers and subs and subscribers and all of that. Like, it's not even just that. As much as I love hanging out with other creators, like, this is a very mentally and emotionally taxing job to do, even though I'm fairly good at it. So it's just a lot. Is that a glare on my forehead? Oh, that is the shadow of my camera because of the balcony. Oh, that's like, what's on my forehead? It's my camera, my mount. That's insane. That's great. I didn't even get a hat today. I can't slap a hat on my giant forehead because my bangs are looking sad because I'm exhausted. In case you don't remember, last year TwitchCon went to Vegas. Why? What I was told is that San Diego Convention Center said, we want to raise your price. TwitchCon said no. San Diego Convention Center said, well, I bet you won't leave. And TwitchCon said, bet. And Vegas said, come to me, Daddy, we'll give you a discount, because Vegas wants things to come there. Then we did Vegas review. If you want to go see my Vegas review, go watch that. And then this year, and we're back at San Diego, and I've been told that they were coming back to San Diego for at least 2 years. I think they gave them a discount or something for 2 years to come back. All in all, I do think this is the better venue for this, not even just the limitations of Vegas. As far as the convention goes itself, there's a lot of young streamers. There's obviously age restrictions on Twitch and also within the audience and things like that, but there's a lot of streamers that are like 18 to 20, okay? And so in the Vegas area, not even just for the con itself, but for any activations that brands might do, there's a lot of 21 and up, because a lot of the activations would be in clubs versus in San Diego, where you have a lot more options within walking distance of the convention center. I do just feel like, as far as not even just the convention center, but also auxiliary things, it is a little bit better as far as, you know, brand partnerships and things like that. As far as cost, kind of up in the air. I have to double check. I do think that the cost of my hotel for here was the same as my cost for Vegas. The difference is that Vegas I had to fly. I'm based in Southern California, so it's not as bad as like some people or streamers that have like flown across the country for this. Overall, I do think as far as like a venue goes as well, this is just laid out better for TwitchCon. Even just something simple as the Artist Alley. We'll talk about the differences between last year and this year a bit more, but the main thing that I want to note that I think is very extensive is the Artist Alley last year was like probably a third of the size as it is this year. Okay, like this year it's much bigger compared to last year, but this is probably on par, in my opinion, as what it was for 2022. This convention center is just more laid out. This is the same convention center they do San Diego Comic-Con, so it just makes sense that this is a better location, in my opinion. Sorry, Vegas, you'll live. You've got everything else coming to you. One thing that I was worried about this weekend for this, because my audience lately, I've talked about this quite a bit, my audience, specifically my male audience, some of you, have very weak understandings of boundaries and the fact that you don't actually know me. I was worried about my audience being weird here because as a whole, it's just more common within Twitch, okay? My Twitch viewers are great, but there's sometimes a misunderstanding of boundaries or a not understanding of boundaries whatsoever. Not even a misunderstanding, just not getting it at all. And so I was worried about that, so I tweeted out like, oh, if you're weird with me, I will ban you IRL. I don't know what that means yet. My plan was to get stickers that just said ban to slap on people's foreheads when they were weird. Last year, someone said, oh, after getting photos, hello, we have a little surprise guest. Come say hi. This is Frogan.
Hi, guys. Do you want to see a video of me getting hate crime?
I'm not laughing. But what do you mean? Fun fact, I heard a Twitch employee refer to kick streamers as kick dicks the other day, and I'm gonna co-opt that. We need to start punching people in the face more. I was worried about people being weird overall, and then also something that happened last year a lot that I was not comfortable with, because in 2022 I was not a streamer. I just came as a member of the community to review the event, and then a bunch of creators like got me into a bunch of stuff because they like me, which is cool, okay? And then for Vegas, I was an affiliate, okay, but I was hanging around with a bunch of partnered streamers that were my friends, and so I think people thought I was someone's girlfriend, and they were being really weird with me. And then one of you, my lovely audience, would come up and say hi or something, or ask for a photo, or gift me art or something, and they would switch up on a dime, okay? Or in some instances, people would be really cold and weird with me one day, and then the next day would be really overly friendly and like, oh my god, what's the plan? What are we doing? Let's get a photo, like follow me back. And I'm like, oh, you Googled me. So I was not looking forward to that, because that overall, I just dealt with like a friend that wasn't a friend, that was like just friends with me because I was a creator and things like that. I was not looking forward to that. And I will say overall, that has not been happening this year, really much at all. Like, I'm sure there's attempts being made or something like that, but it's not the in-your-face way that happened rampantly. Whether I experienced it firsthand or I witnessed with other people, that happened a lot last year. And so the fact that that's not what I'm seeing here is a bonus. That's a win. I don't know, that's not necessarily a TwitchCon like planning thing, I assume, but I also just think that it's like, I don't know, maybe it was just Vegas. I have no idea, and I spent a lot of time in Vegas, so I don't know what the deal was there. Things were weird last year, okay, overall. But this is much back to the more normal, my experience with 2022 when I wasn't a streamer, okay? And I don't think it's because I'm a partner now or anything like that. I don't think it's anything like that. I do just think the vibes are just different overall. As far as price goes, it's basically still the same. So even though I'm a partner, if you're a partner, you just still have to pay for your badge. There's no free thing for partners. My understanding is that unless you are doing an actual show, if you are a guest on a show, if you're doing a panel, things like that, then you can get free badges, and if you're working those shows. But there's no free, like if you're a massive streamer and things like that. I'm sure they give things out. Anarchy's doing the showcase for the cosplay thing, so like she got her stuff for free and things like that. From my understanding, it's not like there's a threshold of viewers or followers that like gets you a free badge to TwitchCon or anything like that. Then the block party, I think, was an additional $100. We'll talk about that in a second. The main difference for me this year was obviously going to be the partner badge with partner on here. So what does that mainly get you? The partner lounge. Now, the partner lounge is a space where you cannot stream in here, but people do still seem to stream in here. And then there was also the partner party the first night, which is Thursday night. It was fine. Nothing weird, not weird vibes, just very crowded. It's a very crowded space. There's a lot of partnered streamers, a lot of people. Free food though, variety of food, great tortellini, free drinks, it was nice. And I didn't stay too long because I had to get up early to stream, so I went back to my hotel. The partner lounge itself is nice. There's a lot of, I'm literally looking around right now, like there's a lot of purple curtains. They have food pretty much at a couple of different times a day, drinks all the time. They have music playing. There is a photographer doing headshots. There is a music space. They do talks on occasion for partners only. There's a whole separate outside area that is much less crowded and things like that. Just be warned that like the cabana above the, because we're connected to like the artist alley space and the cabana and party space, they can look down. So you can be seen. It's the fishbowl, real life IRL chat again. But that's basically what all of TwitchCon is chat IRL. There is a second partner lounge. I don't think I'm supposed to know about this. Someone told me I was not supposed to, but it was like, I don't know why you think I wouldn't hear about this. There is a secondary partner lounge. I believe it's called the Purple Lounge. No, I did not go in there. That one, there is definitely no streaming. There is definitely no filming in that one. My understanding is that the threshold is like a minimum. Your average viewership is like 1,000 or over. And I'm assuming it's because like there's a lot more partners now. And so there are streamers that are way bigger where it's like, you know, it's creators versus featured creators. It's basically just that is what it sounds like. So I've talked to a couple people that were in there. They didn't give me any intel. I want to make that abundantly clear. But the only thing that was clear is that like no filming is allowed, basically. So something to strive for if you want. Someone did say, I was like, I'm going to talk about it. And they were like, I don't think you should talk about it because then you'll never be invited. And I want you to hear me right now. I don't care. At the end of the day, Twitch is my fun side job hobby. This is one of my revenue streams. It is not my main job. I am still a YouTuber. I'm a content creator across the board, but I don't identify across the board as like a Twitch streamer or anything like that. This is one of the ways I do content is YouTube and Twitch. I don't know if I'm ever going to crack the 1,000 viewer average threshold, who knows. But also here in the partner lounge as well, you can actually rent the IRL backpacks. They do have that. You basically book a time slot and you can do that. So I know a couple of creators that have done that. There's a couple different ways to get up here. There's one from the back of the Loot Cave, and then there's another one through the Artist Alley by the Glitch Theater, basically, currently, if they're just going to stay here, which is nice. We got separate bathrooms, things like that. So just a nice place to sit and kick it and film a YouTube video if you would like. Let me do a little, here's proof that I am in here. You can see all the purple. Con itself. I've been trying to explain this to people because I have felt really weird about this because across the board, as someone who goes to the amount of conventions I do and repetitively goes to a handful of conventions, it's really weird and almost depressing is not the word. It's just weird to see the downturn and certain downturns in various aspects of conventions in a sense. Like for example, though I'm having a good time, this has gone fairly well, okay? Nothing crazy. There's a couple of instances with kick streamers, as you witnessed. Not that I've personally experienced, but, you know, it's been pretty well documented because of the nature of this job, where they stream themselves doing things that are insane. Like I said, the Artist Alley as a whole is larger this year than it was last year. However, the convention hall last year was smaller in Vegas than it was in 2022, okay? And this feels even slightly smaller than last year in 2023, okay? And it's the same amount of space. Smaller is not the word. Less things, less to do. There are less booths overall. Capri brought up a good point, Capri Sun Poppy on Twitch. He brought up a good point where he said that he's like, yeah, no, this is great though because they have filled up spaces with extra things. So like, for example, in a very big entryway where there's a big gap, they put a Dino Dance cube thing that's like a giant blow-up thing where they have a DJ playing constantly and you can go and dance and do stuff like that. It's kind of like the inflatable corn maze at Baltimore VidCon, except there's a purpose to it versus just, do you want to do an inflatable corn maze that's sad and small? This is a dance cube space. Okay, so it fits the vibe, and it's kind of hard to fully judge the extent of the convention because that giant thing is there, so it's cool. They have giant things hanging from the ceiling and things like that to bring up space. The other thing that was like a red flag to me night one, red flag in that like just my convention brain, the Loot Cave. What happened there? So every year they have the Loot Cave, and I've talked about this quite extensively because Twitch does something really great where they have Twitch merch that I, as a creator, can get, whether it's here or online, etc. Okay, YouTube doesn't do that, okay? And it's something that's frustrating to me because I've had some other creators and they're like, oh no, here's the YouTube thing, and it's just the employee stuff. I don't want the employee stuff. I want cute creator merch, okay? That like they only seem to do that for pop-ups and things like that. It's like, let me buy a sweatshirt that just says YouTube content creators on it versus going to just get one from VidCon and stuff, but whatever. Like in 2022, I got stuff for Hermes. Like they had a variety of merchandising options, not just styles, options and types of merch. Home goods, dog stuff. They had stuff for sweatshirts, t-shirts, pajamas, sweatpants that I still own, okay? And then last year I felt like it was slightly less, but there was still a good chunk of space for the Loot Cave, okay? And then this year, it's one cubic space. The whole thing is in this video clip. That's it. The styles are good. I like the styles, but like I said, the variety, the quantity of what we are seeing is very low. And in this instance, I do think that it looks a little sadder because they don't have the actual merchandise themselves out. And I assume that's because of theft from last year or the year before. Understandable. I get it. Like, hey, what do you want? Point to what you want. We will get you what you want. That's fine. I'm fine with that. But filling up the space a bit more, doing more displays, things like that is, the Loot Cave is kind of a big deal within TwitchCon from what I've gathered the last couple of years. And so to see it like stripped down to the bare basics and looking a little sad, I don't know. I'm really curious what everyone bought. There was really only one thing that I really wanted, but like I said, there was no dog stuff. There was a lot of repetitive pieces of merch, which I get it. Like there's certain things like the purple backpacks. I have one. A bunch of streamers have them. Like there's certain things that are like we just kind of all have at a certain point, and it's like, okay, let's iterate on those. Oh, also, I don't have my bag with me. The swag bag that every badge holder gets, okay, when they grab their badge, has gotten smaller, and by smaller I mean the bag itself is basically made out of PVC sheeting. It's the same stuff that makes up my purple shower curtain, I'm not even kidding, that has like Twitch on it, and then a sheet for different gel, which is an acne gel wash, I think, a little tube of that, and then little Joy Fob covers that some people put on their buttons of their jean jackets, but I believe they are for switches. Was it last year or the year before they had the tote bags or the little side bags that were at least fabric? Oh, the partner gift, because we get partner gifts and the affiliate gifts. Last year they were keycaps, okay, affiliate keycaps and partner keycaps. This year it was sunglasses for affiliates. They were purple. Okay, it said, like, I think it says Twitch affiliate on the side. And then for partners, it was white sunglasses that said Twitch partners, as well as a hat that says Twitch partners. Mine is already packed away, so I can't show you. The quality is okay. It's fine. They're fine. It's a free gift. I'm not going to knock that. Well, I'm not to say that I'm not knocking it. I'm only knocking it because it's in comparison to previous year's gifts, where you can see the downturn in where the money is being spent. I mean, obviously, last time we were in San Diego, there was multiple foam pits, and that's not a thing anymore, understandably. But it just feels like, as far as things to do, there's less. Even that some of the booths just made interesting choices, and that's not even a TwitchCon thing. That's just like the sponsors themselves, the actual booth owners themselves. Like 1 or 2 tech companies that didn't actually have their tech at the booth. It was like, oh yeah, you can do this thing and then win a PC. It's like, that's cool. I would love to win a PC. I would also like to see what you sell, so I know what I could maybe be winning. That would be cool. We got the Twitch Rivals arena. That's pretty much the same as it was before. The Glitch Theater is up above me currently. I've gone to quite a few shows there now. And Scootish said, it's like, oh yeah, that's why there's money coming out of the con. They're going into the shows. Like, you got to go see the shows more than anything. I went to Between Two Queens because Rogan was in that. I went to Name Your Price with all of them. It's put on by Austin Show and Will Neff. That was fun. That was big. There's been a lot of really long shows. I believe that's for ad revenue. I don't know. But also, again, it's like when you have your biggest performers on the platform, of course you want them to be doing the longest shows, the largest shows, things like that. Understandable. Gone to quite a few panels. Nothing that's outside the realm of like craziness, you know, or like anything where I'm like, oh, this is information I need right this moment type of thing. I'm gonna go to, like I said, the cosplay showcase, but I can't review that yet. The cosplay showcase being such a massive deal and then putting it this late, like a lot of people have left already. A lot of creators that I know that are here, streamers are leaving, and you've got like a massive thing that you covered travel for these creators and things like that to come do the cosplay showcase, and it's like there's not going to be a lot of people here. It just feels weird to put massive shows this late on the last day. There are people here, I want to make it abundantly clear, but Sunday is always going to be a more quiet day because people are dying and exhausted, so of course there's going to be less people here because they're just hitting their limit. Usually not everyone is speed like I am. Like my friends that I come to these things with, they're like, I don't know how you do this all the time. I'm still dead from 2 weeks ago. You know, I'll hear that for the next month or so. And then also, this is also just a very solitary job, streaming, content creation, etc. So this is a lot of social interaction, even for me, as someone who is a fairly social person. So anyone who has more social anxiety or more of an introvert, etc., like this is very draining. So a lot of people have already capped out and are like, I'm not going to the con today and things like that. So I think moving bigger shows to Friday and Saturday makes more sense. Thursday, like I said, it was just the partner party, badge pickup. Friday, everything. I missed the kickoff, the keynotes. I almost wish they were a little later because it's like it's hard to get people in the door. You know, you got to wait. Some people were complaining about the line to me, but the thing is that at the end of the day, when you're dealing with a convention as big as TwitchCon or in general, there being a long line is not surprising. Okay, at some point a line is going to form, and in this case, the line was forming because they were taking security very seriously. That I'm never going to knock. I'm never going to knock an extensive security badge walkthrough. Okay, so for me, I have 2 bags. They had to check both my bags today because I had a camera gear and stuff, and I got flagged on the sensors. But I walk through the sensors, they flag my stuff, they go through everything, and then they mark the bag that the bag has been checked, okay? I'm not gonna knock that. Of course, that takes time, especially when you have a lot of creators coming in with a lot of different gear, and they have to check a lot of things. So, line moved very quickly, all things considered. They had a lot of different line options, so that's good, but a line is understandable when everyone's coming for the first day, the first time, things like that. And aside from the first day, there has not been a long line really coming into the convention hall. So, I think it's fine. It's not like with like TanaCon is one example or Anime Expo where people end up waiting for hours, okay, outside. Food options, it's a convention center, so it's a lot of convention food. I don't know, I wish there was more things that they did that was like more pop-ups with food with like streamers. There's a lot of cooking streamers and restaurants that stream and stuff and do food truck stuff on Twitch. So I don't know, I think something in the future would be really cool of like doing like a little area where it's like food creators, if they want to do, instead of like a panel or something, they do like a little, that's their way of getting free access to TwitchCon is, paying for food and stuff. I don't know. I just think there's something there. We can do something with food creators. I know creators have done stuff in the past. Let's talk about the block party. Last year I didn't go because they did it at Area 15 last year. And though I love Area 15, I know how small Area 15 is. And I was not looking forward to the thought of being crammed into Area 15 with a bunch of people. That was a no for me. This year it was a block party where they shut down like a good 2 to 3 blocks of the Gaslamp Quarter in San Diego, which was really cool actually. They shut everything down. They had seats and tables and air hockey and music and DJs and things like that, but then also a lot of the restaurants were actually involved in the party, so they didn't just have food out for the creators that were and streamers and all that. Keep wanting to say creators. Streamers and fans that were part of the block party. Some of them even had their doors open, so you could literally just go inside and sit in the restaurants. That was really fun. Me and Anarchy went. We were the only ones that really went. Didn't stay very long. I really just went to go get what I needed, and then I was like, I'm tired, I'm done. And then I went back to my hotel and I was gonna go to a different party, but I sat down and I was like, I'm done, and I went to bed. It's been a lot of that, and I also want to make that abundantly clear because I think it's easier for me, because I do so many of these things, that it's easier for me to realize where my limits are and to opt out, and knowing what I need to do for myself. Do not ever feel bad about needing to go home. Do not ever feel bad about needing to go to your room or decompress, or even go and sit in the bathroom stall for 5 minutes by yourself to decompress. Never feel bad about that, because you know what's not fun? Having a panic attack in the convention hall floor. That's not fun. You're not gonna have a fun time out with your friends if you're exhausted and fried and you're at your last spoon, okay? Your spoon theory. You're not gonna do it. So if you're at a convention, whether it's like the last time you're going to see your friends, things like that, I do just think check in with yourself, know your limits, know when to go back to your hotel and things like that. I started getting really stressed out that someone was going to drive through the block party. No one did. It was highly unlikely they were going to. They did have the barriers up that like would stop a speeding car, okay? But my anxiety decided it was like someone's going to drive through. Someone's driving through. So I was like, I'm going to go back to my hotel. And then today's been much quieter, still walking the floor, but my main goal today was to see Anarchy's showcase and film this video. All in all, will I be coming back to TwitchCon? Yes. I do still continue to stream on Twitch, even though my program with them is done. The accelerator program I was in that I've talked about previously, that is all done and concluded. I'm no longer in it. I don't even think it really fully exists in the same capacity anymore. But I still love streaming on Twitch. I stream my race watch-alongs. I stream yapping videos. I still stream on an iMac. Yes, I made partner on an iMac, but I will be getting a gaming PC soon because people keep handing me codes to play their games because they like my video content. And they're like, oh, do you want a game? And they give me codes, and I can't play them because they don't work on Macs. So I need to get a gaming PC. If anyone has any suggestions, let me know, because I don't have one. I also really want to sim race, and I can't do that really on a Mac. But yes, streaming, Swell Entertainment over on Twitch. I've also started streaming on TikTok as well, because that's the only way they promote videos. If any Twitch employees are watching this, hi. Sorry, I'm filming in the partner lounge, but in my defense, you did say no streaming, not no filming. And that's really going to be it. Have you been to TwitchCon? Have you ever wanted to be on TwitchCon? Are you a partner? Are you an affiliate? Did we meet and I didn't know you because I don't watch a ton of Twitch myself? Let me know. Comment down below. Reminder, I stream on Twitch. Reminder that Swell Entertainment is now available on Spotify. Reminder to use code SWELL for 10% off on gamer subs. Shout out to my channel members. If you'd also like to become a channel member, you can go ahead and hit join down below. If you'd like to follow me on my social media, that'll be all up here, and that's me to have a day. Goodbye. That's way more embarrassing to do, that whole outro bit, in person, in a crowd like this. There's not even a crowd. There's like, literally I can probably count 30 to 40 people. I don't know who's watching. I don't think anyone's watching because no one actually cares. That's the fun thing about being a content creator and doing this enough. You realize people stop caring, but also this is one of those conventions where people just don't care. So that's nice. Okay, bye.